Welcome back to Tech Stack for all you tech enthusiasts. This is part 3 of Angular 22 series, and in this video, we'll learn about one of the most important concepts in Angular, components. A component is the basic building block of an Angular application. Every Angular application is made up of one or more components. Each component controls a specific part of the user interface and contains its own HTML, CSS, and TypeScript code. This makes your application modular, reusable, and easier to maintain. Inside the app folder, let's create a new folder named Pages. We'll use this folder to organize the different pages of our application. As our project grows, keeping related components inside the Pages folder will make the project cleaner, more organized, and easier to maintain. Now, right-click on the Pages folder and select Open in Integrated Terminal. This will open the terminal directly in the Pages folder, so we can create our component from the correct location. Run the Angular CLI command ng generate component followed by the component name. Enter the component name, employee, and press enter. Angular CLI will automatically generate the employee component along with its HTML, CSS, TypeScript, and test files. Employee component has been created successfully. Now, let's go through each file one by one and understand its purpose. Let's start with the employee.css file. This file contains the styles for the employee component. Any CSS you write here will apply only to this component. Let's look at the employee.html file. This file contains the HTML template for the employee component. Let's look at the employee.spec.ts file. This is the unit test file for the employee component. It is used to write automated tests. Let's look at the employee.ts file. This is the TypeScript file for the employee component. It contains the component's logic, including its properties, methods, and other TypeScript code that controls how the component behaves. This entire section is called the component decorator. It provides metadata about the component, such as its selector, imported components, template file, and style file. Angular reads this information to create and render the component correctly. Selector defines the custom HTML tag used to display this component in the application. Imports property lists the components, directives, and pipes that this component can use. Template URL property specifies the HTML file used as the template for this component. Style URL property specifies the CSS file used to style this component. Angular CLI also provides a shorter way to create a component. Instead of typing ng generate component, you can simply use ng g c followed by the component name. Enter the component name, project, and press enter. Angular CLI will automatically create the project component along with its HTML, CSS, TypeScript, and test files. Open the employee.html file. By default, Angular CLI has created a paragraph tag with the text, employee works. This is the default template generated whenever a new component is created. Similarly, open the project.html file. Here, you'll also see a default paragraph tag with the text project works, generated automatically by the Angular CLI. Now open the project.ts file and copy its selector value. We'll use this selector in the app component to display the project component. Now open the app HTML file and add the project component selector. Save the file, and the project component will be displayed inside the app component. Open the employee.ts file and copy its selector value. We'll use this selector in the app component to display the employee component. Open the app HTML file and paste the employee component selector. Save the file, and you'll see the employee component rendered in the browser. Open the integrated terminal and run the ng serve command. This will build the application and start the Angular development server so you can view the latest changes in the browser. You'll now see an error saying app employee is not a known element. This happens because the employee component has not been imported into the app component. You'll notice the same error for the project component as well. This is because it also hasn't been imported into the app component. Open the employee.ts file and copy the component class name. We'll import this class into the app component so Angular can recognize and use it. Open the app.ts file, import the employee class, and add it to the imports array of the component decorator. Instead of importing it manually, click on Quick Fix and select the import suggestion. Visual Studio Code will automatically add the required import statement for you. Similarly, import the project class and add it to the imports array. As you can see, all the errors have been fixed successfully. Now copy the application URL and click on it to open the application in your browser. You'll see both the employee and project components displayed correctly. Perfect. As you can see, both components are now displayed successfully. This brings us to the end of part 3 of our Angular 22 series. In the next video, we'll continue exploring Angular with more exciting concepts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you're passionate about learning new technologies, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tech Stack, and keep learning new skills. Thank you. And remember, consistency is the key to success.